Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Sunday, March 5th, 2023, 12:30 p.m. Right on time, right on the dot. How often does that happen? Welcome, Emily, Benji, Raven, Button, Laika, Neo Zero, Mocha, Mika, and yeah, that's everybody so far. How are you guys doing today? Classic Japanese game style Chinese music. Yeah, it's a little bit corny, but I think that the song is really good still. It's calming. I like how the video for this on YouTube just has a bunch of screenshots of like Ryo and Xuying, and it's just like screenshots of like Ryo awkwardly standing behind her while she's just standing there with her arms folded, just like looking at nothing. Hi Diaphragm and Cerebro. I hope you guys are having a nice Sunday so far. I've got a ginger ale here. I was just watching Monday finish ActRaiser. Like Repsol. I want that Canada Dry. Alright, you can have one, I guess. A pancake. I got out of bed. Are you proud of me, big sis? Yeah, that's not easy to do. I think if I didn't have a rabbit, there would be a lot of days where I just wouldn't get out of bed. If I didn't have to take care of an animal. Every day that you make it out of bed is a victory. I did nothing today, and I feel bad about it. Well, it's okay to do nothing some days. Just do something tomorrow. And then you can feel good about that. I'm just scrolling Twitter just because it's open, because I just posted the stream announcement. I don't want to look at Twitter though. I don't like it. I like seeing art. You know, there's like a period of time where it felt like using the algorithmic timeline on Twitter basically just like made the website tolerable. Like I know a lot of people complained about it and they were like, I want to see all my posts in chronological order. I don't want to see this shit. But like, what if you don't want to see that shit because everybody that you follow is constantly just like stoking all kinds of bullshit that you don't want to fucking hear about today because it'll drive you crazy? Well, I mean, then you could use the algorithmic timeline and you'd mostly just see nice art. But I mean, they've started just shoving a bunch of bullshit on there now as well, so it's unescapable anywhere. I would simply not follow. You don't even use Twitter, do you? Not follow for everyone who does this. It's harder than you think, yeah. I mean, it's just... Especially a lot of the artists, like, don't separate, their posting about that kind of stuff from their art. So, I don't know. I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I don't have like a separate art account or anything. Here is your LaCroix. Thank you. I still have the reflex to check my timeline, but I try to stamp down on it. That's probably smart. I only have Twitter logged in on my desktop PC, because that's where I post, you know, stream notifications from. And my tablet so that I can post art from it. So, since I usually use my phone to browse the internet and like talk to people and stuff, I just don't look at Twitter on there most of the time. Like I don't have the app on my phone or anything. That was like, I feel like that was like the smartest thing that I did, was delete Twitter off my phone and put Anki in its place. I was like, resulted in me studying Spanish consistently for almost an entire year now. Which I think is a lot more positive than scrolling Twitter and seeing some fun pictures, even if I do like the drawings. Yeah, I turn off retweets for a lot of people. Delete Twitter and put eroge in its place. Yeah. Anki is useful, it is. You know, the only complaint that I have about Anki is that, I think this is particularly a problem if you use, like, both like a deck that generates, like, forward and reverse cards for every card that you have. And sometimes I find, like, if I have a new card that I'm having particular trouble remembering, it gets down to, like, those are, like, the last two cards is, like, basically the forward and reverse version of, like, both of, like, the flash card for a single word. And then it's, like, I get the word in Spanish, and I'm trying to remember it in English, and then I can't, so I put, you know, didn't get it, and then it comes up, the next card shows me it in English, and I just saw the one with it in Spanish, so it feels like it just kind of, like, scoots you along out towards, like, the end of the session without you actually needing to get that even somewhat cemented or anything. So you're way more likely to get the last cards that you do for a day correct the next day, which is usually when you've, you know, when you're learning a new word, like getting new cards, usually you get them the next day, like if you get it correct. And then it's sort of like, for some words, it can start like a weird, like, cycle of just, like, never getting them right, and they always just, like, drain to the bottom. I don't know, it's weird. It's pretty useful, though. Haven't even finished that first for Die Day of Farmsteads. I like the Friday the 13th movies a lot, personally. I think they're way better. I don't know why the Halloween series is, like, way more beloved by horror fans than Friday the 13th. Like, Friday the 13th has, like, its own fan base, you know? But I feel like it's always been considered sort of like the like, mediocre, like, little brother of, like, Halloween. But I always thought they were way better movies, because, I mean, with the exception of Halloween 3, I don't even think that Halloween 1 is that good. Halloween 2 is probably, like, more entertaining by my appraisal. But, I mean, Friday the 13th has some really bad movies, though. Grahuti. What? Jekt Grahuti. Nightmare Elm Street is better. I would say that Nightmare on Elm Street is, like, probably better on average. They're, like, more creative movies, definitely. But I don't know, there's something about Jason and his, like, just very basic presence that does it for me. Freddy is, like, a little bit too over the top sometimes. I haven't seen any of them. No, they're good. I mean, Nightmare 1 through 3 are good. I would say those are all good movies. I always remember Nightmare 6 being really obnoxious. Just, like, being really bored when I was watching it. And either 4 or 5, like, I think that maybe, I don't know if it was 4 or if it was 5, but one of them felt like just kind of like a retread of 3. I haven't seen anything. We watched Secret of Nim last night. You've seen that. Chucky is better? Yeah, Chucky is good. Chucky's a very consistent, like, movie series. I think there's one where Chucky's in, like, a military school, and that's, like, one of the ones that nobody likes because it's really boring, but I haven't seen Chucky. I watched a few of them a few years ago. I think I was, like, my friends were watching it, and I was kind of, like, stoned and fading in and out of sleep. Halloween 1 is so good. What are you saying? I mean, I appreciate it for, you know, being slow and, like, building tension, but I've tried to watch it several times, and I just never find it very interesting. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot for me, like my imagination or anything. Halloween 3, even though it has nothing to do with Michael Myers, is amazing, though. That's an awesome movie. Hi, Grizzly. I liked that Nim when I was small. It's a good movie. Its pacing, and its structure are kind of weird. Like, they're kind of not that good, but it's an incredible visually. It's incredible looking, and the animation is like top tier. I mean, the way that they draw all of those characters that have like, you know, these sort of like fluffy like animal designs in 3D, they like really emphasize like the three-dimensionality of them. Like the staging of a lot of the scenes and like the drama of it is like pretty intense. It's awesome. I remember that one guy says damn. Yeah, I commented on that when we were watching it last night. I was like, that guy said damn, this is a family movie. That's kind of like a, you know, a small thing when you're watching a movie that has like a bunch of blood and like drowning terror and like that movie is full of like terrifying scenes. That's like a horror movie, honestly. I like when there's a shot of a Chucky arm coming into frame and grabbing an object. Yeah. Hi, Kojanu. I'm waving to you. Just seems budgetary issues, the pacing. You think so? How they kept teleporting around? Like no like connective tissue. It's just we're in this location and now we're like you know, several miles away with like no explanation or elaboration of how we got there. Nim is so good and gross. Hi, Monday. It is pretty gross at times when they're all in the mud. So nasty. I like Secret of Nim. It's a real trip watching the straight-to-video sequel after already reading the second book. I've never read the books, but I have watched the sequel, and I just remember feeling like, man, this is like nothing. I got scared by that movie. Only Americans would go, what the? They said damn. Damn. Can we watch the sequel, Grawahi? I mean, I guess. Save it for a rainy day? I think that that's probably by far the best Don Bluth movie that I've seen, though. Trying to think of... I haven't watched an American Tail or an American Tail 2 since I was like a child, and I don't remember. I only remembered that song. It's like the only part of that I can remember. Insane song, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. I remember when I found out that Americans consider words like damn and hell to be curses. I was like, Graphy29 trolls. Yeah, don't you guys take the word fuck like way more seriously than we do also, right? Fuck is like, it's like the fucking nuclear arms in American vocabulary. Or at least it kind of like used to be. I feel like it's sort of lost some of its power thanks to the internet. In terms of like its appearance in mass media, but... I am Fievel. I guess maybe a little bit. The second book is about the redemption of the bad guy from the first book, who like didn't die in the movie. Timmy to the Rescue is a staggeringly different direction. He didn't die like in the movie. Okay. I mean, in the movie, it seemed like he just seemed so arbitrarily evil. It was like he didn't even really have like much of a motivation. He was just like, I don't feel like moving. That's too much of a hassle. So I'm gonna sabotage this like at any cost, including murder and like murdering children. It's like, what? An American Tail 2 is Jimmy Stewart's last film as Wiley Burb. Who's Jimmy Stewart? America is a joke to us Europeans. Yeah, rightfully so. IDK if we see fuck very differently, but cunt is definitely a way milder word here. Yeah, I mean, in the United States, I mean, cunt is like, really... I mean, I always associate it with like really like misogynistic kind of like speech. Damn is literally a curse. Damning something is telling the devil they can take this away. Okay. That is true. Not before Watershed, surely. What's Watershed? Is that like Watergate? To be fair, moving is so scary. Yeah, it is. They had a lot of stuff to move, too. And they said, we're gonna leave no trace, but they had like an entire citadel full of shit. How are they gonna move all that? Ain't gonna happen. It's a little bit ridiculous, to be fair. Most people have at least basic cable though, right? No. I don't know a single person who has cable. I don't know a single person who watches anything that's not on just like a smart TV app anymore. Come on, Graphy, come on! Why are you yelling? You okay? They do say fuck on HBO. Mocha and I were watching 6 Feet Under, the HBO show from like the late 90s and early 2000s, and they do say fuck on there. They also, there's like a lot of sex on that show, just arbitrarily. Hello, Graphite, hello. I came from the Big Sister tag. Well, you're in luck. Welcome to my Big Sister's bedroom, full of many games and amusements. Watershed is like after 8 to 9 p.m. You can show more adult stuff on TV because the kids are in bed. Yeah. I mean, but I don't think you can say fuck on TV after late in the United States even. They were smart, because they were mental health rats. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like in the book, but it's weird that it's like, oh, the National Institute of Mental Health gave injections to rats that made them, like, develop civilization? Like advanced technology? I don't know, it's weird. They even show a penis on HBO sometime. Yeah, they did show full frontal nudity. It's kind of funny. That's what NIM is? Yeah. That's what NIM is. The National Institute of Mental Health. Harvey? Rear Window? It's a Wonderful Life? I mean, I've seen It's a Wonderful Life, like, kind of in passing on TV around the holidays in the past, but I don't know who that is. I've never seen Rear Window. I don't even know what Harvey is. I think they just teach the rats with no drugs or anything. It seemed like they kind of like amplified the like fantastical elements. Like I remember hearing that there's no magic in the book, but like in the movie, I mean, there's like literally like sorcery, like that can't be explained by anything. It's insanity. That's how I got the Smart 2 mental health injections. That's true. Oh, Impact Gaming UK. I do love Shenmue music. It's very good. Shenmue's got some of my favorite music in any game. Sorcery can be explained by Don Bluth was bored. Don Bluth didn't know how to resolve the movie, so we need to have like literal magic. Like mice have to perform magic out of nowhere in order to salvage the plot. Did I greet you 8 lives? I don't remember. Oh, J-Bomb. Speaking of awesome sorcery with no explanation, how's you doing, Graphite and crew? I don't know, I feel kind of a little bit flattened today. I don't know. But, I don't know, just go easy on me today. I know it's fun to heckle me, but I don't know how much of I can do today. I gotta take it easy. Hey, Greedra. Feels like more like Don Bluth didn't have money to make a 2-hour movie. It is a very short movie. You can literally feel the missing scenes for a better movie. It is only 80 minutes long. Little Foggy Arbiter. Oh, Snake Man.
Dream Harry Alive is approaching with 2 creatures.
Thank you for rating. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good one. Nice restful Sunday. Hello, Moonware. I was very confused until I realized you guys were talking about Nim. Walking into a discussion about rats performing sorcery. I could do it to you. Hello, Sixth House. Welcome. Hello. Hello. Did I greet Near Zero? He was making that movie while he was crawling his way out of Disney. You know, so something I was thinking, we're talking a lot today. That's fine, though. It's alright, isn't it? I was thinking while I was watching that movie reminded me a lot of The Great Mouse Detective. Not so much in its like plot or anything, but a lot of the like staging and the way that the characters look, and especially Jenner, his design. He really reminded me of Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective. There's a lot of like big cogs and stuff like that. So like, did he work on that movie? Because I could see that. Raids are being buggy lately, is what that is. Huh? Nan, total raise so far! Exclamation point. Nan more days to show support. Cheer and include dot. Learn more at. What? What is that? You mean your rats don't know sorcery? What class are they? Barbarian, ninja, cleric, jester. Finally, the fabled Grafizatsu. I gotta put off playing Werehog as long as possible. Great Mouse Detective came out 4 years later? Wow. Huh. I wonder if some of his staff like went back to Disney or something. Jester rat. Yes. Don Bluth not involved. Yeah, I figured. I mean, if he left Disney to start his own company, but I wonder if any of his staff left to go to Disney or something. Maybe like people that he hired from outside of Disney, like just from the industry at large, might have gone on to like work at Disney after that movie or something. But the thing is, The Great Mouse Detective, when I watch that, I'm always struck at how flat that movie feels. Like a lot of the staging of that movie is very just like, there's no depth. It's always like two characters kind of at like 3/4 angle standing on like the same plane. And it just like, it's just like flat. There's no like in Secret of Nim, there's a lot of shots that have like a long like depth. Like they'll be looking down like a hollow log or something, and there's like some drama due to like the depth of the scene. But there's like, I remember the last time I watched The Great Mouse Detective, I was like, this movie has like no fucking, it feels really like a flat like cartoon panels or something. It's weird. Weird. Why is there so many mouse movies? What's this all the mice? I don't know. They're cute. And they're small, so you can put them in a world where, like, you know, everyday objects become huge and interesting. And are a stage in and of themselves. They're small, so fetish content. I mean, that too. You have, like, you know, a cat chase them, and, like, you can show, like, a big drawing of the cat's like rippling fleshy throat while the mice is like trying to jump out of the way or something to, you know, strike children with you know, driving like a railroad spike into some center of their brain that they won't examine until 10 years later. You cute, but I don't see no Graphily movies. I'm not as cute as a mouse though. I love when everyday objects become huge. There's a cursed PAL exclusive American Tail game for the PS2. What? Didn't both of those movies come out in the 90s? What are they doing making that for PS2? You think these days at Disney, they have like committees to review movies whether they will give fetishes to children? I mean, considering like Zootopia, I don't know. I don't know. No. That was years ago though. I think it's more likely they have committees to be like, okay, are we gonna be like, we have to like make this movie sort of be propaganda for the police or something like that? Feels like they are a little too, they're so calculated. I know that Disney's kind of always been like that, but and it's really bad now. I used to like even the modern like Disney and Pixar movies, but I just have no interest in them anymore. I just feel totally nope. Just they let all the air out of that balloon. Too calculated. Land Before Time spawned 20 terrible sequels, but that can only happen because of how good the first movie was. You know, I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I remember liking it a lot as a kid though. PS2 PAL releases include games based on Beverly Hills Cop, Home Alone, American Tail, etc. Why? Are those popular? Is Beverly Hills Cop popular in Europe? What? Pal RoboCop? What? You just told me you want to watch one yesterday. What, Land Before Time? I don't remember that. Land Before Slime. I think there's a lot of slime in that movie. Is there like muck and like tar in that movie? To think, we could have gotten an R-rated Brother Bear with a different script. Wow. No, a Pixar movie. I won't say. Oh, yeah. That movie is probably going to be bad, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually watch that. We gotta start playing this game. Hold up. We can't talk all day. I don't want to play this. I don't relish this, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You got no power over that. There's some kind of mysterious force that is imposing its will on you. Oh boy. Alright, let me pop out the capture windowed projector source. I gotta get an HDMI splitter for this shit. We gotta turn off that text as well. Okay. Now what's leaving soon from Game Pass? What am I gonna be missing out on? Oh no, Kentucky Route Zero. I mean, this game, like, it looks cool, but like, I played some of it, and this is really not. I mean, there's like nothing that interesting in that game. Undertale, yeah. I guess if you've not played Undertale and you have Game Pass, go get in now. Is this gonna freak out again? Is it gonna like glitch out like yesterday? I guess not. You have no leggy. That's true. That's a big part of why I want to make a new avatar so I can have legs. There's tall grass that looks insanely delicious. I don't remember any slime though. I'm gonna eat that grass. That grass. Bet if I search Land Before Time grass in the Discord, a GIF will show right up. 1 second. Background animation is still on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I need to have like a toggle that just like switches all this stuff. Monday said that she was gonna teach me how to use Sammy, but I don't know. Someday I'll learn about all that. Some parts of Kentucky Route Zero were cool. I mean, it's cool. It's really visually cool, and I like some of the like atmosphere, but I was just like I couldn't get into the magical realism stuff. Doesn't really do it for me. Remember there was like that period of time where magical realism was like super duper popular? It was like everyone just found out about magical realism and were like crazy about it. Hey Ox, how you doing? Legs to stompy with, yeah. I just remember The Rescuers, even more mice. I haven't seen that movie in a long ass time. I remember watching The Rescuers Down Under a lot when I was young. Alright, we're supposed to go here, which is Greenland? Is that it? Or wait, this is not even Earth. I thought this was supposed to be, I mean, it's supposed to be like an Earth analog. Is this supposed to be Russia? But it's just an island. Because this is... What? Maybe this is supposed to be like Greenland. I don't know. Alright, let's go. I make lunch, excited for Sonic. Well, Sonic's gonna make you lose your lunch, I'm sure. Ugh. Alright. Yeah. I'm breaking all your crap. Talk. Huh? Because I'm a senile old man? Why would you say such a thing, Sonic? Just look at me. I'm as fit as a fiddle, mentally and physically. We didn't say anything. Ha 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 ha. Oh, he's possessed. He's possessed. What the hell was that sound? Alright, here we go. Yeah. Oh! Here we go with the thrilling combat of Sonic Unleashed that everyone loves. And adores. You know, honestly, the combat in these parts of the game is not that bad, frankly. It could be so much worse. Stop. Okay, more guys spawning in. Let's do it. What? What the hell's going on? Well, it looks like we're gonna fail. We're gonna have to do this all over again. Just fuck me up, dude. Oh, expedited delivery. I forgot they just literally used the same song. What? They should remaster this game and change nothing about it. Yeah, just make it super HD. A movie will come up and she will mention that she saw that with Mocha. No. This big band combat song, yeah. The theme of Werehog. It's so hard to target the guys that you actually want to hit when you throw these dudes. It's so hard. Stop that. These little guys suck ass. I really hate fighting them. They're just so hard to hit. And they have like way too much health for how small they are. Where did the fucking chameleon go? Come here. I'm not in the mood for this crap. Die. Go to hell. What? Okay. It's so weird to me that they made it so the most efficient way to fight most enemies is just to do a quick time event. Just don't play the game. We don't even want you to try playing our combat system. There's no point. Can I please press the B button on this guy? Oh my god. Yep. Now we have 15 seconds to kill the tiny little guys that are like impossible to fucking find. Where's the last one? Yeah. My god. This era of games were obsessed with QTEs. Yeah, you played Asura's Wrath? Ninja Blade? Watching the Werehog gameplay kind of makes me want to play Wario World. Does that game have combat like that? Ugh. It's so easy to get stuck on stuff. You know, when they were making this game, do you think that, like, the experience that they wanted to convey was, like, going to hell before you die? Hey, get up. Okay, can that be the end of it? Please. Whew, boy. It's got 3D beat-em-up gameplay, huh? It's not odd, but... I guess Wario has always been kind of like a heavier, more involved Mario type of game. You are not enjoying it. No, I'm having a great time. This already looks better than anything that came out in recent memory. I can tell what is going on. Yeah, I mean, I talk about this a lot, but... Man, modern games, I feel like I can't see anything. It's just so... Everything's so over-detailed. It's just like a mess. It's just like like you could be staring at just like a picture of some fucking cement or something. Grandma mode. Shut the fuck up. Whippersnapper. You can do it, Groy Ho. I think you're good at games. No, you don't. They were trying to start a whole new story with Sonic 06 and had to change all their plans immediately. Everything about this was a knee-jerk backpedaling. I mean, like, how? It doesn't seem that different from Sonic 06. It's certainly, like, more playable, I guess. Motion blur and all these effects. Calm down. You telling me to calm down? Graffy, can you play Sonic 06? No. No. Wear clap. We're gonna wear clap Chip's cheeks. I feel so refreshed today for some reason, and my mind's as sharp as a needle. What was I just talking about? No, the game developers. Oh, okay. With their effects. I don't need all these particles. I was watching great hiding spot right by the exit in the open. I was watching this guy talking about, like, he was watching a video of Tekken 8, and he was just talking about how every single hit was, like, making an insane amount of just, like, sparks and like all kinds of shit fly all over the screen. There's like flames and sparks everywhere constantly. And it was really gaudy. And I've noticed this also in can't remember if it was Under Night In-Birth or some other game, but like when you hit people, it makes like a huge lightning bolt that like covers, I mean, literally like 20% of the whole screen. It's just a bit extreme and distracting too. I hate that. It looks cool. I like that. You like that? In fighting games? Strange sounds have been coming from deep behind the village lately, but that husband of mine has been too scared to go take a look. Well, at least there's not much to explore here. It's kind of like a relief. I like that. I like the lightning bolt, not all the sparks. I don't know. I don't know. What's all this? I will definitely die if I step off that, right? Alright, let's see. I like the music here. I don't want to fight those guys. Whoops. Oh, great. There's ice physics here. My grandson will love this game. Can we please hear the agonizing death cry when you drown again? No! The camera in this game seems very not good. Yeah, it isn't. Music sounds like I'm watching a wholesome animation puppy cat animation. Oh, you don't like that? One time I tried a Far Cry game, I couldn't see anything at all. There was no way to do anything in that game without focusing entirely on the HUD map and the Batman vision that Caveman famously had. Yeah, that's the problem, is I think that a lot of games, and they over detail everything to the point that you really do spend most of your time looking at a mini map, because that's the only way to tell what you're supposed to interact with. There's just so much stuff, or else, you know, they make the items like a flash so you can see them at all in the environment. Arata saying how much they were focusing on watchability for esports in Tekken 8 feels like a red flag. Yeah, I mean, I heard that they're speeding it up a lot. Vegeta voice, yeah. There's a lot of things that I read in Vegeta voice in my mind. This is Grauber Gaming. I don't think this game is Grauber. I think that Plushie is maybe talking about like games that force you to look at a mini map, or else you just like you don't know what's happening. I wish we could talk about Grubs instead. Yeah, I like Grubs. It's always really funny to me that like bugs have like a larval state where they're just like this freakish little worm with like a head that's just poking out of like a sleeping bag. I think that's so funny. I think humans should be like that. Look, why do these, like, the crystals look so dark here? Like, why? This game looks so dingy sometimes. Looks like they put this game in the wash with like a black t-shirt that they just bought or something. Some black socks. They didn't separate colors. Okay. Cool. Pointless. For now. Wow, a record. Versus Boss Day. What is going on? What was that all about? Why did the door keep closing and opening? What? Grubs evolve into flumens. What is Grauber? Grauber, yeah. What Emily said. What is a Flumen game? Oh no, get out of here. Ban. Promotion? You're going to get a promotion. You know, I had a thought. Whoops. Just with that camera angle. What the? There's like a little bee? I was having a thought that maybe the Series S boosting the frame rate of this game might affect the drifting in those speedy sections. I'm wondering, because when I played Gears of War 2 with Drop, that game was really fucked up. And I don't know if it was our connection, playing from the Western United States to fucking Central Europe, or if it was like the 60 FPS, because that game, I mean, there was like stuff that was all desynced, like animations were not working right, and stuff was like jittering around all over the place. But it wasn't, I mean, it's not jittering around like bad connection style. It was more, I don't know. It seemed like different from connection problems. Maybe it was desync though or something. I don't know. I doubt it, because this game was like on the list of official supported FPS boost games that have it on by default. I guess they might not have tested it that much because of how much it sucks though. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine, even if it was your job, if somebody told you to sit down and test this game to make sure it runs okay at 60 FPS, like how long would you play that for? I don't think for very long. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, it's just not immediately crashing or exploding. Yeah, boss, it's fine. Put it out on the market. It's all good. How do I get over there? As if they test this shit. I'm going to give myself a promotion. Well,
yeah, it looks like we can't get in here yet. Let's try somewhere else.
okay. We were explicitly told to come here, but it doesn't seem like we can actually do anything. Like, I can't open this. Am I missing something? Maybe we should go back and talk to the villagers. Or maybe we have to come here as daytime Sonic. I don't know. Ha! I don't want to play as daytime Sonic, but I guess if the game gives me no other choice, I... No. Why does she like Werehog more? Because he doesn't control like shit. Did you turn the frame rate off? No, it's still on. Wait, really? What? Huh? Why do you think, Emily? No, it's not for any reason like that. Oh. What? Spiked shoes? Can we dash across the water? Oh, okay. Whoa! I think it's a bit sacrilegious to have Sonic walking on water, but...
Sonic!
I wonder if there's a way to crack this ice. Oh, we probably need the spiked shoes. I like how it's giving me a prompt for something I can't do yet. Does anybody remember how to do this? Maybe I need the spiked shoes for that too. Oh, Jesus. What if Sonic is 2 times as fast because of the frame rate? That would be funny. That would be terrible. I would really dislike that. hefty shoes made of steel. The spikes on the soles make them even more devastating. Okay.
Hey, you can stop now! Press the B button when you're...
I can't see that because of the achievement.
When you're in midair to... Okay, you can flatten things like enemies or whatever else you land on.
Oh, why don't we try it on you, Chip? Why don't we see if you can be perforated? Well, let's explore a little bit first. The camera is so fucking bad. I can't believe it. Oh, look. Not like I give a shit. What was that? What even was that? Violet tea. Note the sweet taste.
Ooh, this smells good. Wouldn't want it to go to waste.
Don't drink it. It's not for you, you fucking disgusting pig. How do you do this? Maybe I just don't have whatever I need to climb up there yet. What is this rabbit? Rabbits? Oh, that's something for Landale's channel, right? I can't believe she hates him so much. He's just so disgusting. I think Graffy was okay with some earlier Sonic levels. The Missouri wandering around on ice and then the drift stage made her sour on it. Yeah. I mean, look at, like, he has so much inertia. Wait. Yeah, like, he has so much inertia when you go even moderately fast. It's, like, really hard to precisely control him. He is cute. No. Achievements are Grauber. I kind of like achievements. I think they're alright. It's the frame rate. Oh, no. All the 3D Sonic games have movement like that. Yeah, but I mean, like, the game seems to really be wanting you to do movements that are not conducive, that like don't line up with the controls. Like collecting 2 rings that are just like kind of sitting there, and they don't like get attracted to you or anything. I think if you use his boosts, the rings will like come to you, but oh, look, there's penguins up there. That's so cute. I like his inertia. I like how hard it is to urt him. Urt? Oh, Valerie Halla. Welcome. Change it. Why aren't you changing it to test it? It's so good they added ice sliding to this too. No. Achievements scare me. It make me not want to play a game. Well, do you not buy games on Steam ever then, obviously? Why is it so hard just to enter the level? Cool edge.
Here we go!
Whoa. Hey, this is kind of cool. Whoa. Huh? Go! Oh!
Feeling good!
Oh. Well, now we're dead. Gotta love how you just like lose all of your inertia and have to go back. Hi, Anethica. You can turn achievements off on Steam? What? I might buy Pizza Tower. I like how that game looks, but I watched somebody play a little bit of it, and it looked like one of the most stressful games ever. Remember when Graffy would say wow in a funny voice all the time? I do that sometimes still.
Go!
Oh. I love to get electrocuted by some shit that I can't even avoid. You know, okay, so these parts where you're running around as Sonic, they put like an emphasis on, like switching, like, you know, scooting with the bumpers to like go into rings and like hit stuff. But it's like you're not constrained to any kind of like lanes. Like I think it would work better if you were constrained to like 3 lanes or something that you automatically kind of like snap into. Because otherwise, if you're not perfectly dead on, you won't hit anything. You won't pick anything up. Why? Like, why do they do that? It's so strange. I don't like any gross garlic, man. I think that the guy from Pizza Tower is kind of cute, honestly. But he does look really stressed out. I want to give him like a shoulder rub and like a cold drink or something. He is a Wario. He's better than Wario, I think. Makes you want to replay Wario Land 3 for the 50th time. Why not do it then? I love how it goes so fast you can't see anything in front of you, so the lever alternates between basically playing itself and just killing you arbitrarily. Yeah. Yeah. Of course you think that. Listen, somebody's got to. Taking all of Wario's aesthetics and spinning it as a nervous anxiety worked surprisingly well. Yeah. Wario's a little too confident. He is the same as Wario. He is Wario. No, no, no. Also, you gotta love this. Ice physics while you're going super fast as Sonic. Come on. Are you fucking serious right now, man? Give me a break. Get real. What? Bobsledding? This is Cool Runnings now. Oh, that can still hurt me. Even though I'm in a bobsled. Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah! I like how they're like, well, we better put a whale into one of our levels. People like that in Sonic Adventure, right? You know how shitty this looks. It's so, like, the frame rate is so jittery looking. Woo! Oh, the Aurora Borealis. It is not jittery. It's not? Oh, the last empanada. You're going to chain Chip to the bottom of Crystal Lake? Yeah. As soon as possible. Raffy thinks being in a bobsled makes you be invincible. I mean, it's like made of like metal, right? You should just bounce off of spikes. It hurts your pride, yeah. How unleashed is Sonic right now? He's pretty leashed, you know? Doing some classic Sonic shit. You have to stop playing on the capture. Oh, make me. Well, thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Koja. I always forget you're playing on the capture. I mean, how else can I even do that? Oh. Oh. Okay, Sonic sank like a stone. His body was never found. No! No! need to get some rings so I have any ring energy. I need the energy to get Sonic in the ring. Pardon me? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Ah. Ah. Oh. Alright. Jesus fucking Christ. The hitboxes on the ring seem so stingy. Yeah. Being in like boost mode makes them kind of like gravitate to you a little bit, but like otherwise it's really hard to get the rings, honestly. She is baby. Come on. No. Love how much of this game looks like an unreleased tech demo. Oh, this is the 360 version. Last empanada. What the fuck? I bet you would like this game more if you had a splitter. Maybe like 1% more. Amazing level. This level's a little poop stinker. Yeah. I'm not having a great time with this one. Okay. Please. My grandson is going to love this game. No! I almost fell because I wasn't pressing the boost mode. Okay, is there anything to be had here? Yeah, there's a medallion. Stop that. Great. Okay. I'm not gonna run into the wall this time. Here we go. This whale looks like it's frozen and dead. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I thought it was gonna eat us. I'm not into that Pinocchio shit. That biblical bullshit. Can't even crawl into a crevice. What a joke. Alright, let's make it happen. The whale should have ate Sonic. You have to do a meat level in the whale. Oh, that would be more interesting than... Oh. This, what we're doing right now. Feeling good. Oh, thanks. You know... I don't even know what to say sometimes. With this one. Oh, here we are, bobsledding again. I like this better than running around, personally. Oh! Except when we hit the ice spikes and lose all of our rings. Woohoo! I'm having so much fun! Yeah, hey! I love that we just missed that medallion by like a few inches. I just didn't get it. Oh. Alright. We just fell through the ground, I guess. Oh, I'm Goki DA. Why? It occurs to me you're probably not at max speed level, so this could be even harder to react to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Emily, even, listen, if there is input delay, like, it's only like a few frames. Like, I don't think, like, the reaction is not, like, too hard because of that. It's because the game is designed really badly. This is 2 million times better than watching the Werehog stages for 30 minutes. No, no. Whoa! Yahoo! Oh, I'm really feeling the freedom of Sonic's carefree lifestyle. Yeah. Let's get that medallion. Yeah. Wahoo! Yeehaw. Wow, that was really some interesting camera right there. And now we've fallen to our death because I completely lost control of the bobsled, and now we have to do that all over again. We have to do that all over again now. I'm gonna start from all the way back here. Because, you know, what's more suspenseful than running across a crumbling ice bridge than doing it 4 times because, like, you keep falling and dying? Thrilling. I'm just having the time of my life right now. What? Why did I get hurt? I don't know. Who cares, right? Okay, let's get acting normal behavior physics here. Yeehaw! Oh, okay. Let's hear that crappy version of the victory music. Boob sled, I wish. We are Goki DA. We come here every day. We are here to say, please have a nice day. Everyone always say OBS preview delay is really bad, and especially if it is jittering constantly. Not hair-free, carefree. Best music in the game, yeah, I would agree. I like this music. It feels like a reward. The Gaia manuscripts. Gaia Key Day. Let's, I guess, yeah, why don't we turn the speed up a little bit more? Yeah. I like it. I want to go faster. I want Sonic to be even more uncontrollable. Congrats, you dud the level. Thanks.
It doesn't look like there's anywhere left we can go. Let's go back and talk to the professor, Sonic.
Alright. Don Facio's Holoska. Or ice cold hot dogs, come to Don Facio's Holoska hot dog stand. But if you don't clear my missions, I won't sell to you. Your missions? I've got a mountain of missions for you. Like, what? Are you, like, affiliated with, like, a government or something? Time trial. Battle trial. I mean... Shit, I mean, it sounds pretty bad, all of this. I think that I'm just gonna say no. We keep a boob sled over at the ice cavern up ahead, but someone really did a number on it. It's in 1,000 pieces now. Tisk, who could have done such a thing? I'll have to get my husband to fix it. I was out there fishing for a mon a little while ago. That's when I saw a blue figure running over the water with amazing speeds. But nobody can run on water, except for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Maybe it was just my imagination. Wow, did you just come out of the entrance stage? I was told never to go in there because it was too dangerous. But you came out alive. You're amazing. What's in there? Tell me, tell me. Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away there. Anyway, is there anything I can do for you? Who lives here? I'm related to everyone here in the village, and my grandpa's the chief. Wait, what? We live by fishing for Mon, and my dad's a master fisherman. My grandma Ursula sells stuff you might need for your adventures. Did you find that helpful at all? Please do the trials. I really want to see you do them. Why? No. Don Faccio loves missions. This man is hell. Oh no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play some horrible missions. Ursula's trading post. What? There's stores in this game? Photo frame. Flag. Model sled? I guess that Professor Pickle did want, souvenirs, right? Oddly spicy. Canned horror. What? Chili dog? Sonic's favorite, a jumbo frank slathered with spicy chili. Sparkle gelatin. Jiggly sparkly jelly that melts your jaded heart, not mine. Cream between two crunchy biscuits, addictive. Candy. Don't try to talk while you're chewing. Don't tell me what to do. So this is what rings are for. Why can't I buy more than one of each? Oh, every time I buy something, I have to go out and then back into the buy menu. You're, who are you again? The name's Sonic. Mind your own business. I'm sorry, but what was I asking about? Oh, are you, maybe he's afflicted if we come here at night. I can exorcise him. Oh, why is this even here? Woohoo! You can grind on a rail for like 5 feet? Who are you? Oh yeah. That's right. I love when she claps. Ursula is my favorite. Ursula is your favorite. If you buy food, you can make Chip eat it. Like, does he like it? What does that even do? I don't really particularly want to give Chip anything he could interpret as a reward. Frankly. I don't want to give him the wrong idea. Oh, God. Okay, let's go back to Europe. Actually, let's see if there's another trial here, I suppose. These igloos look better than any structure in Elden Ring. So beautiful. Why Elden Ring in particular? You back to hating Elden Ring now? You will get mad. Our favorite anime is Orelmo? What? Because I was just playing that. I like Elden Ring. The game does different villages so stereotyped, and where they're gonna send Abe Vigoda out on a block of ice to die, like in North. I've never seen that. You always seem so busy running this way and that. I sure wish that husband of mine would learn to be as industrious as you. Sure wish that husband of mine would take a nasty fall so I could replace him with you, Sonic. Are you kids really trying to fix our planet? You're pretty young to be heroes, but good luck. Don't know yet. In that case, why not head over to Spagonia to see the professor? But enough about that. What about my wife? Is she in a good mood now? Okay. No. Why does she have no stock at night? You're, who are you again? The name's Sonic. Oh, I see. So it's Sonic, a fast-sounding name if ever I heard one. Yes, indeed. With a name like, Oh, it seems like I've already forgotten it. Could you repeat it once more? I don't know why, like, the villages in this game are this kind of, like, it's a small world, kind of, like, I don't know, just people in the north, they all live in igloos and live like this. Seems, I don't know. Say nothing of Missouri. I made that post back when that little girl said everyone war related. Oh, was related. Oh. Everyone knows this professor. Everyone on the planet. Yeah, he's an international celebrity. Why didn't you photo that guy? He was clearly possessed because we already did that, didn't we? That's the guy that we photographed before. Usually if someone is possessed, they have little, like, little spirits around them.
This one's not possessed by Dark Gaia. Ah, that means we just wasted a flash.
That's just too bad. Worth it for more Chip voice. Chip voice really hurts my throat. I gotta be honest with you. Go to the capital. Emily, I think that guy is just old. I suppose this doesn't have anything to do with you, but I took a trip to Chunnan and I found it enchanting, magnificent scenery, a rich history, and simply scrumptious food. I highly recommend it. And if you get the chance. Oh, okay, I thought there was an and there, but no. What are you doing? Mauro. Older folks are saying people are acting funny at night. They'll believe just about anything. Nobody intimidates Mauro. What is okay? It seems that the students who were reveling at night have settled down, but they've been a lot of odd things going on recently. Wow, that makes you pop like way up in the air. His text box got louder. He's screaming at us. Now, what could he be doing in the middle of the night? What? I'm sorry, I was deep in thought. Can I help you? No. You have no utility to me. Hello. Say, have you seen my son? His name's Elio. He looks a lot like my husband. Lately, Elio has taken to going out at night, and my husband is worried. Okay, everything goes as planned.
I know, I'll do my part.
And make sure you keep this a secret. Don't even tell Papa.
Got it.
Okay. Conspiring. The professor's research is coming along briskly. I'm happy to know that his research contributes to world peace. Oh, I almost forgot. Here, I'll recharge the camera's flash. Oh, okay, you don't have to go back to Professor Pickle for that. You can just talk to that guy. That is my voice. What? Graffy's chip hatred is unbecoming. What do you mean? What does that even mean? What are you guys up to? Traveling around temples to fix the world, setting your sights high, eh? I suppose that makes you global adventurers. So, the planet getting back for the... Yeah, we already read this guy's fucking dialogue before. Get the hell out of my face. Get the hell out of here, Denton. I don't think of you as a hateful person, but your attitude towards Chip is changing my impression. Yeah. Well, be grateful Chip's not here. I might violate TOS. Giving him what for? Otto, head of the dormitory. Hello, what's going on? I've been taking care of things at the university for, let's say, centuries. So I know a thing or two. Have you got anything to ask old Uncle Otto? No. Go away. I'm glad to hear your travels are going well. You gonna fuck Chip? No. Opposite of that. I wish it would hurry up and get dark. I prefer the nighttime. This town looks so much better at night. It takes on a romantic glow. That's not TOS though. Oh, thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Kojanu. No. There is so much hatred in this world. I want to be kind. Oh, man. I admire your commitment to talking to absolutely everyone. I mean, it's like, sometimes you could find a vendor or something. Oh, they have like a piano version of the game theme in here. It's kind of nice.
Sonic, my boy, I managed to pinpoint another Gaia Temple location. The manuscript suggests a temple lies somewhere in Chunnan. You know it, yes. You should see it on the world map. Now, make haste, Sonic. Get a Chouse Emerald and that Emerald Temple, my boy. Well then, do you have any further questions?
It's about souvenirs.
Yes, and how can I help you with souvenirs?
Okay, hand over souvenirs.
Why, thank you. Let me give you a little hint in return for your trouble.
Oh, that's what that is. After knocking an enemy up into the air, you can proceed to pummel it with an aerial combo, my boy. No interruptions from the other monsters that way. I certainly wouldn't want to be the recipient of that sort of punishment. Why, thank you. Okay. People ask for your help in getting some other thing or other. Depending on the item, you may be able to purchase it in a shop or find someone who has it. You may also find it in an entrance stage, so be observant. Model Schled. Why, thank you. Yes, the instrument suggests one of the walls on that route. My instrument suggests one of the walls on that route is breakable. What? It seems to block the way into a hidden passage. Well worth checking, huh? What do you mean, that route? What do you mean? Look for a pair of snowmen. I almost forgotten. I have a small gift for you, my boy. Take this. It's a sun medal. Oh, okay. Not that you should feel obligated, but I'm very much looking forward to your next souvenir. Okay. Oh, what? No.
Sonic.
I hit him and he was like afraid. I'd like to put some fear into this man. I like how the prompt is talk/use when you're standing next to him. We're gonna use you, old man. Hello, Radito. I was meaning to play this again, but talk to people every single story beat. I mean, the dialogue is not worth it. It's only for, like, to get stuff. Professor Pickle is an expert in the art of battle. I'm sure he can do all the infinites. The infinites? What do you mean? Use this man up like a tube of toothpaste. Yeah, there's not much left of him anyway. What's one more squeeze on an old used-up man? Phew, my legs aren't what they used to be. The stairs kill me. You seem to be a robust lad. Good for you. I'm not looking forward to getting old and having fucked up knees. My knees are already kind of fucked. Boy, am I busy. This afternoon? Oh yeah, we already read this. Okay. Don't care anymore. No. Get down.
Do you know how long the Dorm Dominator Honor has been at it? 18 years! 18! Unbelievable! Even more amazing is he remembers everything about all his students. Do you know what he said to me when I ran into him the other day? How are you, Grandma and Grandpa? I brought them together, you know.
Ha ha ha, what a hoot. That old dorm master does know it all. Very interesting dialogue. Millennials love complaining about their body pains. I mean, I did get hit by a car, which, like, seems to have really messed up part of my body. Somewhat long-term. I noticed Raymondo and Lily are talking over there. No reason. I just, well, it looks like she's enjoying herself. Okay. What a hoot. Not being hit by the car. No, you think it's funny. These people's faces make me think of those weird Apple-only emojis. Oh, you mean like the disgusting ones that like that map to your face? I find those really disturbing. Oh, hello. How about a gem for your girlfriend? I can get you a great deal. Sigh, he's so fine. The one over on there talking to Lily, that's him, Raymondo. He tries to look tough, but he's really nice. That's the appeal, the contrast. It's an old expression, but I am head over heels for the guy. Okay. Good for you. Ah, it's Joseph's. Welcome, valued customer. You got it all here at Joseph's. I wonder if the professor would accept souvenirs from his own city. Mascara? Mascara. Unfortunately, it isn't in Sonic size. Spagonian cameo. Jewelry cut in raised relief. The perfect gift for any lady. Pasta al pasticho. Spaghetti. Tomato. Chili dog. Everywhere is chili dogs. Oh, strawberry cake. I want that. Donut. A squishy treat that leads to a squishy physique. Yeah, now we're talking. I'm already there. Solution to your thirst. Shake it for volatile results. A TV? It will be delivered to the professor's lab once you purchase it. What? I mean, that room is really small. Like, how are these things gonna fit in there? I'm assuming that these are necessary to use the records and stuff, maybe? CH in Italian is K sound. Oh, okay. I never studied Italian. Seems kind of interesting, though. I just have back injury from warehouse job. Yeah, that'll do it to you. The iPhone ad that used those emojis was a big factor in me never watching cable TV ever again. I don't know what it is with Apple where they make that and like the Apple emojis are really ugly too. Like I really hate that you can't just like turn off the emojis and use the default ones on like Discord and Twitter and stuff. I don't know why. I hope there is a Professor Pickle mod. What do you mean? Like to turn him into something else? The old girl has been acting out at night lately. We've been married for years and I've never seen her like this before. My husband isn't himself these days. He's been unusually down and seems to be on edge. Seems to be edging. I'm worried that he's got something on his mind. These two need to talk it out. Yeah, let's turn it to nighttime and perform an exorcism. I still can't believe that the game directly calls it an exorcism. It's pretty funny. No, to turn Sonic into Professor Pickle? I would like that. Oh, what? Why is there a laser there? What? He has so much inertia.
Hey Sonic, I wonder how you're supposed to get up there.
I don't know, I don't have whatever we need to wall jump yet. Chip, would you know how to find it? Oh. Hey, we can press that button there. Not sure Apple let people use other emoji fonts on iOS. Also, they are big to download. Yeah, but like, if you have like a smartphone, like hey, Chip, I already know that. Like, then, but why does, and how does Discord and Twitter use the same emoji set then on everything else? I like the Apple Woozy face. It looks weird to me. the lighting in this area looks great at night. Look at how beautiful it is. I think this game honestly looks pretty good. Sometimes, not always. Hello, Mage. How you doing? Because Discord uses Twemoji, Twitter's emoji font. Oh. Twemoji. I don't want to do that hot dog, man. Good evening. Are you out for an evening stroll too? It's beautiful, isn't it? With the clock tower aglow in the moonlight and the stars reflecting in the fountain. Sigh, so romantic. Okay. Sigh, so romantic. Decided I'm gonna ask him out. Oops, did you overhear that? Haha. Forget you heard it. I got a little excited in my decisiveness. Okay. Whatever, man. I was just thinking about this afternoon. Lily seemed like the dull and serious type, but she's alright. Wait, what am I telling you all this for? Jeez! Whatever, I'm going to bed! What? Okay, he's not possessed. He's just a dick. Look at this guy standing here doing that no I had to do it to him pose. What are these people doing? You're drinking coffee at night? You guys are gonna be up all damn night. You're not gonna get a wink of sleep. The bouncer. Sometimes people are simply mean. Hello, Timmy. 100k point redeemed for Unleashed Graphy, and she's completely the same. Oh, Inkuna. Grappy, this game looked good, yeah. I mean, the people don't look good, but like the environments. My wish is for Grappy to have an Unleash meter on screen, yeah. I just get like longer fangs and my hair gets messier. Ah, I can't stand this anymore, I've had it! The restaurant, a new menu? I don't even care about that anymore. This old poop's cooking has done me in. That sound? Ah! Huh? Oh. Oh great, 50 enemies this time. Gotta love it. Let's go. Let's go. Stop that. Cut it out. Oh, we have plenty of time, it seems. I mean, I'm probably gonna regret saying that in a minute. But... oh boy, it's these little ones that fly around. Ow, stop. Stop! Get it out. Get the fuck away from me, little fucking flying dudes. Oh boy. Okay. I wish that the little ones had a like a hit point bar, because it's really hard to tell when they're dead or not. That was alright. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Oh, those of Velazzo. They sure like walls in this version, huh? What do you mean? Is the PS2 and Wii version different in that way? Bendy Unleashed. I would be a little afraid of that. And you just stretch your arm like Lan Li Kong. I mean, my arms are already pretty long, honestly. I honestly prefer the just realistic people designs of 06. Yeah, I mean, same here. They're too generic in this game. They look like they, like, bought these on, like, an asset store or something. The king about it, thinking about it, the people have had many design changes. Even between Adventure and Shadow, for example, they are noticeably different in art style, not just fidelity. Yeah, I guess it's representing the characters' changing perceptions of humans from the perspective of, like, demigod animal people. The humans are always morphing. The PS2 and Wii are less this, I guess. What? I can't imagine not playing the Wii version. Why? Just, I mean, do you mean, like, because it's better? Or because you have only played it? The reason I'm playing this version is because because I didn't like the Werehog levels when I played the Wii version. I played some of it. And I heard that this version, the PS3 and 360 version, had less Werehog levels. So I picked this version to play. But I guess maybe that's, not the same? Are you Piccolo? Can you do that? Stretch my arms? No, this version's way better. The Wii one is agony. Oh. The medals are easier to get on PS2. You have to do more to progress than the 360 and PS3 versions. And the PS3 and 360 versions, they had like less, there's like no cities in them. Like it's just a menu. She is Namekian. I knew it. Don't give it away, alright? I wish I was Piccolo. You could be. Because the cities are so good and you love being in them. I mean, they're like more interesting than a menu. Yes? What's going on? You seem awfully serious. Are you the Joker? How am I? Oh, suppose I can't complain. Actually, I'm feeling even more refreshed than usual. I wonder why. It almost feels like I had some sort of exorcism of dark energy. Almost feels like Dark Gaia was possessing me and now it's no longer the case. You have full artwork of the cities, and you just go to each human there. It certainly would make it faster, but... One day Graphy will fuse with Nail? Is that a character from Dragon Ball?
Sonic!
Sonic. Okay, here's a picture of your own city. Care for a pointer on how to ace those daylight stages, my boy? Reach the goal ASAP, even if that means ignoring foes on the way. I should think that racing by a breakneck speed should be right up your alley. Should break your neck. Well, thank you. Let me give you a little hint. You know, there are times you need to push blocks or boulders. I imagine holding the dash button will get the job done faster. Old news, was it? Maschera. Why, thank you. Let me give you a little hint. Okay. If I had a nickel for every breakable door in Spagonia by night... You know, everybody knows this. People walk around at night, just like beating their fists on the door to test their strength. Well, perhaps a dime. Point being, you may have missed a few on your way. Oh, thank you.
Bixie's Sunday merriment unto all.
Thank you, Marigo. Thank you for resubbing for 17 months. Thank you. The hubs in the PS2 ones are the temples themselves. Yeah, but they're like pretty small, aren't they? Piccolo fused with him and then became a new character with shared experiences. What? Kind of crazy this came out on PS2 in 2008. Yeah, I mean, didn't PS2 games come out into the early 2010s or something? One day Graphy will fuse with me. Yeah, we'll be unstoppable. Can't believe Pickle from Pickle's book turned out like this. Yeah, the real glow up. The new challenge in town is breaking and entering. Yeah, don't you want to do that? Oh, Doc J, welcome. Namekians are always doing this. They love fusing and splitting. They love cruising and spitting. Collecting what's behind those doors is an even quicker path to wealth. Okay, just break down the door and steal everything. I'd almost forgotten. I have a small gift for you, my boy. Here, take this. It's a moon medal. It's a goon medal. Okay. Spagonian cameo. Why, thank you. Okay. Surely you've met Chichio from the Spagonian General Store, hmm? Well, hearing his woes, it seems he, Ida the jeweler, and Chef Gigi all share a very interesting connection. They're all fucking each other. I won't spoil the surprise for you. Wait, what did he say? Who? There's like flavor text for every one of these from Professor Pickle.
Oh my, it's so lovely, so very precious. Ah yes, what was I saying?
So I can't get the hint again? What? Gigi and Spaghetti. Chichio. They are more basic. You don't have to do you don't have to do sort of an 06 puzzle to reach a mission point. Yeah. Hi, pleasure to meet you. Yes, welcome. Welcome. I thought Professor Pickle was an upstanding member of society. You know, that's how it goes. The cruelest, most law-breaking people try to pass themselves off as law-abiding. If she doesn't hurry up, the sun will come up. The sun come up either way, but I guess when she get home. Okay, your daughter out at night again, huh? Damn, that sucks, lady. Werewolf Sonic was the only Sonic game I ever played. Really? You've played this? I feel like not many people have really played this game to completion. I played Adventure 1 and 2. I played some of Sonic Generations, but I didn't get very far in it. I suppose this doesn't have anything to do with you, but I took a trip to Chunnan. Yeah, we already read this. Okay, whatever, man. Whoa.
Doc_J_ is now trapped like a rat.
Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Do you have a favorite hog game? Me? I think that Sonic Adventure is probably the most interesting one I've played. Or seen. Professor Pickle probably indirectly killed millions with his research. I feel like everyone played this. Really? You think so? But I know too many Sonic people. My favorite hog game is Overwatch. I don't like Overwatch much, but I do like Roadhog. I think he's really cute. Sheesh, Maru's had me running in circles again today. That little punk is always pulling pranks. While I was eating lunch, he stopped all the clocks in my shop. No wonder I thought my lunch break would never end. That doesn't sound so bad. Never-ending lunch break? That just means you don't have to work ever again.
Lord, you might busy. Today after the anger sugar flower saw a toothbrush and the others listening it. Grandma will be mad if I forget anything. Sorry, can't talk, gotta go to bed.
Okay. Oh, that's great, kid. What could Elio be? Oh, pardon me. I've had something on my mind lately. My young son has taken to going for walks late in the evening. Sure, leave it to me. I'll go find your boy for you. Oh, that's a mission. What? What? For me, it's Sonic Rush. What's that? People also talk up Colors, but I didn't play it. Yeah, I've heard that Colors is one of the better games of the recent years. I tried the 360 PS3 one and it just felt awkward versus the PS2 one. I also didn't like the upgrade system into the Sonic sections themselves. Huh? For this game? That's my voice. Yeah, that's you, Mocha. Doomed. Sonic Rush is the worst Sonic game I've ever played. Sonic Rush is pretty good. Oh, it's the DS game that introduced boosting? And Blaze the Cat. Oh, I didn't even know that existed. I can't believe I've already been live for almost 2 hours. Oh, it's a platforming challenge. Alright. Nope. Alright. No! Why did you do that? No, Sonic. Why, buddy? I mean, is there like a reason for that there? Oh! Ah! Ah! Up! Up! Did they just like leave those in the level because they were here? No! No! Okay. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's just standing there. How did he even get up there? Elio must be pretty good at platforming. Weird. We were just talking about the Great Mouse Detective. Now you see Gears. Next we're gonna start playing Gears of War. This is actually part of the level in the PS2 one? Huh. Strange. Does anybody like Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood? I've heard a lot of people do like that one. Except, for the music. Yeah, this was part of the level, earlier, but not finding the boy. We're just like, it's just do the platforming again. Great Hog Detective. Did that evil guy get killed by Gears in that film? Oh, definitely. You think they're gonna spend all that money on CGI Gears to rotoscope and they're not gonna kill the bad guy in them? Or didn't he get... He's like the clock hands or something killed him? The small child did all of this. I hear it is really funny. Dark Brotherhood? No one likes that. No one likes it. It's rough, but not the worst thing you could play. It's fundamentally broken. I think it's fascinating. Detecting. Yeah, we detect. It uses Echidna OCs. So Ken Penders would probably throw a fit if they tried to make a decent version of that or a sequel. Oh. Hey, Andy. Yeah, I guess Sonic is taking up a bit of our time tonight. That's okay, though. Can we become a new version of Ken Penders? Like, collectively? Do not spoil Great Mouse Detective. I mean, I haven't seen it in years. I don't know. Did Elio have anything to say for himself? Oh, I see. Nothing, huh? No, he just climbed like a mile up a clock tower and was just standing there. Oh, tomorrow for sure. I didn't notice you. I'm sorry. I'm caught up in my own little world. My own little world. Papa asked you to come find me? Well, I can't tell you why I'm out walking at night. Okay. You're not possessed by some sort of dark Gaia, are you? This creature just walked up and flashed an insanely bright light in my face. Directly in my eyes. Okay, can we go to the world map from here? Okay, that's great. I love my Sonic games. I've S-ranked all of them at some point or another, including this one? My goodness. Okay, I guess we go to... not China now. This small town in the mountains has passed down its meat bun recipe for generations. This is just MIB. He will forget everything. Yeah, he'll forget who his parents are. Oh boy. This looks pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, I like the graphics here, but... let's go, Shenmue 3. Including the hard mode DLC, my god. You gotta be one of the only people who has done that. Sonic will do horse stands. Yeah, hog stands. I wonder where Grandpa went. What was that sound that she made? Reminds me of when, who's that character from Monogatari that there's that clip of... Can't even remember the main boy's name. He, like, picks her up by the scruff of her shirt and she goes... This water sounds so goopy. Yeah, it's sludge. I only 100% Sonic Unleashed on PS2, but that's not really hard to do versus 360 version. Yeah, this game seems like it would be held 100%. I think that was Kanbaru. Hey, Doro. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was her or not. Can you find my grandpa for me? Sure. Grandfather hasn't come back yet. Where could he have gone? Oh, when I get worried like this, I get all hungry. There's gotta be something to eat around here. There's a lot going on that I don't really understand. Everyone's all panicking about the Elder not coming back or something. Okay. Welcome to Chunnan. I only regret that I am not able to give the two of you a proper welcome. Why? What's wrong? Well, you see, our village's most precious treasure is missing. The village elder went in search of it and has not returned. We would go search for him, but monsters lurk outside the village. I'll find your elder. Yeah, you would do that? Oh, fortune has indeed smiled upon us. Oh, heavens, look at me, getting all misty-eyed. Please, you must head to the entrance stage at once. What's the treasure? Ah, yes, our treasure. It's a good luck charm passed down for ages. We credit it with having kept our humble village safe from disaster. On the day the planet split apart, though, it rolled away and got lost. Well, no matter. Please, you must try to find the Elder. I'm gonna break all of your shit while I'm at it. I like the sound when you pick up the metals. It sounds so, like, shimmery. Did we ever talk to her? Did we talk to this lady? The Elder hasn't come back! They say he's left to search for our villain's missing treasure. This old woman has a good face. She's kind of funny. I mean, hi. That sounds like Togepi. Yeah. Along with the hot dog missions, which are required for 100%. Oh, those seem pretty hellish. I love that she is standing on this bench. This was my favorite day stage in the game? Like wandering around in the city, you mean? I wonder if there's any medals hidden around in all this stuff. Emily said that this kind of sounded like the Dayuan Apartments music, and it kind of does. From Shenmue 2. Okay, you're gonna put a gong here, and I can't punch the gong to make it go. That seems like you're just teasing me there. No. Sewer level? You can't come through here. Out of the question. Too dangerous. You cannot pass without Lynn's permission. What? Lynn has asked you to help search for the Elder. My apologies. The entrance stage is through here. You can't miss it. Do you want to go now? Okay, I'll find the Elder. Oh, by all means, and best of luck to you. Please find the Elder. We're counting on you. Can't bong the gong. Worst game ever. Yeah, the music is pretty good in this game, I'd say. I like it. All right. Why can't I walk between this bamboo? That's a little odd. Oh, I almost fell into the water. Okay, just look over here. You should be doing this. Scamper, scamper. Oh, a videotape. Eggman again. Kennedy again. It'd probably be fun to go back to re-elect JFK sometime and try to like actually complete the game. I think I would have to follow a guide because that game seems maybe like too freeform to really comfortably complete without one. You could play re-elect JFK on the anniversary of JFK's assassination every year. Oh boy. I remember quitting at this point because I was low on medals after a few levels.
The camel.
The camel. Also known as the camel. Bicameral legislation. Hey look, some teeth. Pick me up. A nutritional supplement found in Chunnan, which eliminates all fatigue.
Is that medicine? What does it smell like? Whoa!
_Kurogane is now trapped like a rat.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Zero Kurogane. Welcome. I like how Chip, like, huffed that medication, and then, like, all fatigue left his body. What is this? Oh. Okay. It's like some bath salts or something. Are bath salts, like, still a thing? I remember those being pretty big back in, like, 2012, like 2013. I never went there because that's scary, but... Remember you could, like, buy them at like, gas stations? What even was that? What were they even selling as bath salts? The follow is Pat Labor 2, I think. Oh yeah, that. Chiff will one day sniff a mysterious jar, but it will be deadly poison. Yeah, I'm gonna prepare that for him. I need to find my album and send you a picture. What do you mean? Remember when we found the secret chamber in the White House? Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That game started to get pretty interesting. The PS2 one's getting harder around this point. Oh boy. Or subscription is Pat Labor 2. What is the following one? I only hear about them from Florida news articles. Ah. The Bath Station bath salt is just actual curse. Bath Station? It was a bit of a scare campaign, but that story went crazy. Oh yeah, Trixie and the Tree Trunks, that's right. The JFK Memorial album. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. I don't know what cathinones even are, Emily. The hell is that? I'm kind of surprised that it let me just go over here. Look at that normal mapping on the water. Hey, look at the water. Is that... Okay, there's like one really slow moving texture. It's like under the faster moving one. It looked kind of weird for a second. Oh, they're like amphetamines? Jesus Christ. Great water in this game. This is actual Dark Souls 1 water. I remember the water looking really strange in Dark Souls 1. That game kind of looks weird in general. I think that my favorite thing about Dark Souls 1 is the way that the metal, like, materials look. Like, they really look like metallic, and they look so, like, just really striking. Look pretty cool.
Sonic!
Sonic! Why is there a day-night cycler up here? Well, there's a medal over there. Doesn't look bad, just too much like a JPEG on top of a JPEG when you get close. I mean, I guess all video game water kind of looks like that. Are they actually for bathing? No. I think that they were just like drugs that were being sold as bath salts so that you could put them in a gas station and like normal people would like not think anything was off about it. Is there like a reason to hit this? I don't think I can actually do anything until I get the Elder. Like elf juice? What? It is like when synthetic cannabinoids are passed off as incense or spices or whatever. Yeah, that. A gas station clown murder protein? What are you talking about? What? Oh. Okay. Oh, are you talking about the weightlifting supplement that has the scary clowns on it and stuff? It has like caffeine and stuff in it? Amber. How are you doing? Not having enough medals becomes a problem later in the game for sure if you aren't collecting them everywhere for level access. Ah, I can see that happening. It's not cute. Come on. It's not cute. It's not funny. Come on. What? Oh. Magic shoes. How do I get up there? I heard the little beep like I was locking onto something. Or is that something in the mix of the song? Huh? Oh, it's that. Alright.
Alkingbacker 55 is now trapped like a rat.
Thank you for the follow. Alkingbacker 55. You giggle champion. But pardon me? I thought that I could jet across the water with ring energy. Cringe energy. This is a pretty fun area to play around in. But you gotta be Dark Hog here. Because he can't pull on that spear. Can I get over there as Sonic Werehog? Nighthog? You excited to collect 200 of those medals? Oh, you don't even know. Oh, I gotta be Moonhog. Gotta go back and switch. What? What just like shunted me over to the side there? That was pretty odd. I don't know. Yep. Yes, there's things up there. We can't get those though. WTF. Hello, XT Dodrip. What are you WTFing about? I had to look up Friday the 13th Part 6. You need half of them, basically. Oh, you can wall jump up there? How do you wall jump? I don't even know how. I kept trying. Thought it was the one where he gets blasted out of the airlock. No, that's Jason X. You need special shoes. I just saw the stream description. It's scary. Hello, Declan. You need to wall jump to get air boost. Ah, okay. I mean, I don't have the wall jump. I don't think so yet. I played this game on PS3. Yeah, I'm playing this on 360. You need Prion shoes, yeah. Shoes that just spray like Prions out in aerosolized form. It's been Spabalonia. Oh, hey, Hudson.
Graphite 29 peak.
Thank you for the 14 months, Hudson. Much appreciated. Hold control 90 degrees and jump off wall. No. Don't lie, you playing this on Xbox Series S. Yeah, that's true. 360 with that lush 60 FPS boost on a series console. Does it actually look smooth to you guys? Does it look good? Because to me it looks like really jittery. I don't know why. I don't know why it could possibly look like that. Not because I'm playing on OBS capture or anything. Everybody's raging. Everybody's hands are setting their keyboards on fire.
Laffy, it's because you're playing on OBS capture! Ah! How can you do this to us?
I hate these enemies. These guys are like the frogs from Daikatana.
XT_to_drip_ is now trapped like a rat.
Thank you for the follow. Did you finish the game? No, I'm in the middle of playing it. I do like this made it on the S series. I don't think they had to do much to make it backwards compatibility. It is 100% smooth 60 FPS. You need to go off ROFTB run to get the wall jump? Huh. Rooftop run? Is that like one of the levels or something? Doro raging. I think it's because Emily is a bully that way. She's a bully. I'm making that voice all the time, yeah. Every time we call each other, Augursly does sound like that.
Rafi! Are we gonna watch more Fushigi Maho Fun Fun Pharmacy today? Ah!
Oh, I completely forgot about these enemies. Come on. I like that they do the same like stock laser sound effect that you hear in like Wild Arms 1 and like a lot of games from that era. It's just like the pew! The most generic like sci-fi laser sound. Oh, nice camera angle. Oh, there's the medal. Day Jungle on 360 is so rough. With the frame rate? Did you record me? What the? Yeah, I record all my conversations. It sounds like Melty Blood. Yeah, the punch sounds of Melty Blood are pretty funny. Every time I hear the pots, it makes me alternate between frowning and grinning. What about the doorbell sound? Good stage music here when it plays. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm liking that. This is the first time you play Sonic Unleashed? Yeah. I played a bit of it on the Wii before, but not the whole game. Amazing Augursly impression, thanks. I've been rehearsing it. Bell is only frowns. Yeah, the camera is pretty bad in the Werehog levels. I mean, even in the Sonic levels, like daytime Sonic, it's kind of leaves a lot to be desired. Whoops. I really hate fighting these little enemies. They're just so obnoxious. Have to break a wall after that? What? Can't believe they just had this one combat track and didn't realize it was the most annoying music of all time. It's pretty bad. I mean, they could have had like different music for every level or something, or every like region that like fit with the actual rest of the music instead of the terrible big band music. Oh. Okay. Only a Werehog's strength can activate. Yeah, nobody else can do that shit. Oh my god. I cannot tell what's happening. Jesus Christ, man, come on. Oh, great. Bees? At least they're not that strong. They don't have very much health. The airborne attacks, like, they kind of feel like they should propel you forward or something, but he just, like, stays still. It's kind of weird. I'm really sick of these little guys fucking swooping in on me. It's pretty obnoxious. There's so many of them. Stop. Just go to hell. I'm not gonna deal with that crap anymore. That attack is so bad. I don't think I've ever hit anything with that. Oh my lord. Is that the end of it? Wow. And there's still combat music playing. No, I don't have wall jump. I don't even know where to get it. The PS2 being more platforming based than combat focused on Werehog helped a lot. I like the platforming in this game a lot, honestly. On the Werehog levels, I think it's good. Personally. There's probably differing opinions, though. It's more moving from side to side of platforms. It's not great, but I do you get to hear the stage music more, huh? That's fine. Not safe on Wake Up, yeah. You prefer play night or day? I like the night levels more. Because I don't think the day levels work very well. Just because they're so fast, but you just like run into stuff and die really quickly. It just doesn't work very well. Do you want to know where to get wall jump? It seems dumb, IMO. I mean, it might be good to get it after this level. It's on Rooftop Run in Spagonia. I can't walk over there. This music is awesome. Like, why not just make an altered version of this that's like more amped up for the combat music? I guess budget? Graphite is the only person that prefers this Werehog. No, it's all right. It's good. Some later stages have maybe 1 or 2 battles for the whole thing. Really? I think we ran past the button in question earlier, but it went away at night, huh? Stomping Shoes can be found in Haluska's entrance stage, the hub of Haluska's action stages. Upon entering the entrance stage, the Stomping Shoes can be found on the other side of the lake. Yeah, I got those. I got those. Hologram Ska. She didn't read my pun. Oh, where slog? I didn't even see that. It just kind of looked like an H to me at a glance.
What would happen if you threw that guy into the river?
I like to imagine that as just Chip saying that as like a general statement.
What if you used your brute strength to throw a man into the river, Sonic? With the kind of power you wield, I don't believe anyone can stop you anymore.
Look, alright, we almost fell in the water there for no good reason. Alright, dead. Oh. Can I actually get to that stuff over there? Oh. Jump, jump, jump. Nice camera, motherfuckers. How is this stuff floating on the water? How do I get that? The options and check status? Can't Werehog run yet? No, we can. Werehog Death Scream is pretty good. Chip just says that when you're walking around town, yeah. Stomp a few times on a pressure pad at the start of Spagonia. What do you mean? Like the entrance stage? Jump right, boost on run? Right jump, boost on run? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. Alright, I guess I'll fight these guys again. Oops. Okay. Didn't do the QTE just right, so... That animation is pretty funny every time, I gotta say. So, okay, why did Chip even say what happens if you throw that guy in the river? Because it didn't seem to do anything. If you do an R2 or L2 when you run, jump is too OP. Okay. It's a fascinating era of gaming when they had to make different versions of games for all platforms. Yeah, I mean like the Call of Duty games for like the Wii. Remember that? He just like instantly double jumped, and I like couldn't. That was strange. Like, am I running off the edge there, and it's like instantly putting me into a double jump? It kills the enemies if you do it right. Oh, I see. I wonder if Lily is going to have to play this as part of the all DMC likes project. 'Cause this is, I mean, they're trying to make a character action game. They're not succeeding very well at it, but I mean that is what they're going for. You need high score with Werehog to get S rank. I don't really care about rank. The electric thing kills them. Oh, okay. I hope so. Does it have a stinger? What's that? Do I have to pick it up when it's electrified? Okay. Okay, there we go. What? Excuse me? What is this all about now? What? Okay, yeah, I can see it. I can already see it, game. What? Oh, great. I have no depth perception. Fun, fun. Oh, good. I only have 2 lives left. That's nice. Death perception, yeah. Tell me about it. Gotta ring out. It's nice the game show you the waterfall, I suppose. They're like, look at this, we spent so long on this. Okay. I can't pick it up if it's electrified. Okay. It's so hard to land on that. Oh, I played Sonic R? No. I don't have any interest in that, really. It doesn't look like it's very fun. Not even the gem collection sort of re-edit port? I don't know. It has good music, but it's not really my kind of game. I mean, it has cool graphics. I'm just not very interested in it. The DMC move where he does the rush forward stab, is that what it requires? Did Conan have that? Sonic must be of great height to get an S rank. Because it is on a very high shelf. A rank. Oops, I thought that he was ending that animation. Throw it near the plants? I mean, it's just, it locks onto... What? Okay. Alright, then... Okay, I made it onto the box. I wish that they wouldn't adjust the camera to be side view, because it doesn't help. Like, it just makes it harder to, like, manage this. I thought that the box was just gonna sink for a second. What the fuck? He just, like, jumped forward. And I didn't even press forward. Oh my god, thank god that's over. Like, God willing, I don't die 2 more times before the end of this. Just die, please. I just don't want to fight this dude anymore. Okay. I feel like part of the problem is that Sonic's shadow is like a real shadow that's at an angle. Yeah, definitely. That's like a big part of this game and like positioning yourself. But you know, it's the era of dynamic lighting. How can you not do it? Knuckles would like that. I'm biting my knuckles. Want to have a part with the Dragos. What? It lets you shock the roots underneath? Like, but I threw it at one of the plants before and it just kind of hit it and fell. Like, it fell onto the little platform. Okay, here we go. Yahoo!
Dual Caribou 2881 is now trapped like a rat.
Thank you for the follow, Dual Caribou. Why am I getting like so many followers and like new viewers today? Something happened? Did I get posted on like sonicdojo.com forums or something? Oh, that's merciful. They give me an extra life. Who's that? Oh, it's one of those wizards. It's just like an evolved wizard. These guys are pretty hard to hit, honestly. Great. They call him the Blue Blur. Some say he has an attitude. Who could possibly say that about Onic? Sonic? Yannick? No, you didn't take the secret part. What? This wretched Nighthog. Hey, Angel Guts. Sonic fans are out. Oh, Sonic category? We haven't had this like the previous times. Since I was just checking on some footage to make sure of the PS2 one, they have the shadow underneath for platforms. There's no dynamic one from what I see. Yeah, because I guess PS2 can't do dynamic lighting so easily. Hi, I'm new here. I really love this guy. This guy? The live-action Sonic movies have added a lot of new fans to the franchise. Really? Really? Just thinking about the top 10 hottest Sonic characters video now. What? Raiders from yesterday who didn't follow yet probably noticed you in the suggested streams tag. Does that happen? I didn't even know that was a thing. The wretched Crass Hog. Sonic the Ass Hog. That dang wizard keeps bringing the little guys back, huh? Oh, he's a necromancer? That's the function of those wizards? Something about Chip saying a dang wizard is pretty funny.
That dang wizard!
Oh. No! At least we get another try at getting to the secret. That freaking wizard. One life, yeah. We're fucked. The video talks about one of them as the height of an average human mother. What? I've never heard of this before. I can't think about that video right now. Why not? Uh-oh. You think Chip is funny. You are a Chip enthusiast now. No. Wrong. I don't think I can get over there, can I? I'm not even gonna try that when I have one life left. Oh! Okay. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do to jump to get to the secret part, because, like, those guys that you can grapple onto seem like they're very, very far away from me. It's good that life is there. Yeah, the life is there. I had some channels unfollowed for months and months because it was easier to notice their black and white icon was live in the suggested tab than the follower one. Huh. What? Where's that dang 4th Chaos Emeralds? Oh, okay, I see. What? What? Oh, okay. I can still get it, though. What? No! No! Please! Yes! Oh my god. Oh shit, but there's like something I can grab up there. Can I not get up there now? Oh, I might as well die and just try it again. Oh, hi, Netherson.
Netherson is approaching with 21 creatures.
How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Welcome. How you doing today? Welcome, raiders. What were you playing today? Did you have a nice stream? You have to have courage, I suppose. I'm glad that they put that life there, honestly. I'm full of a lot of salt. Sekiro is a very rough start. Yeah, it's a difficult game, especially if you're used to the other FromSoft action games like, I don't know. It plays very different. Oh, Grizzly, where are you seeing that? Because I don't ever see that. I'm getting tired of smashing all these pots every time. DS skills do not translate at all. Yeah, that was like, when I first played Sekiro, I didn't like it very much, and it was because I was trying to play it like a Dark Souls game. You gotta kind of like break some habits. Instead of the raid information, that just comes up. That's really weird. I've never seen that message in any context before. Sonic the Raid Hog. Oh, there's the dragon. Okay. I tried to play it like Eternal Ring. Oh, you didn't. Can I can't, like, do anything. Oh. Okay. This is pretty cool. Okay. Whoa! What? Why is that guy even there? Am I taking damage from being on fire or anything? This is really weird. Alright, I mean, I bet that I missed some stuff by going that way. You know, I'm just gonna die and go back. And we can see if there's anything else on the rest of the page, or the path. Sorry to raid and immediately run. Oh yeah, no problem. I understand. I often do that. I just raid and then stop, like, almost immediately. So, take care. Hope you feel better. This is that road Goku had to run on to get to God's house. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Nice fire animation. On fire like Wario. Thank you for raiding again, though, Ethison. I miss Sekiro. Remember when we played that last winter? That was fun times. I don't need the rings this time. I don't care. Oh, okay. Right. Alright. You know what? Fuck the pots. I don't care anymore. I just want to get through this level. I want to play Shenmue 3. I don't want to play this crap anymore. There was a guy that said that you could do aerial combos. Do I have to hit an enemy first to start an aerial combo? I like how when the Sonic and the enemies are in positions that would be like make things difficult for the animations to sync up, they both kind of like politely slide over into the same like area. The life bar ticks down a little. I mean, it was like not even perceptible. This layered pot break is one of those sounds that attacks my sinuses. Are you okay? It's pretty rigid for aerial combat. Yeah, it seems like you have to actually hit an enemy and then hit jump to send them skyrocketing. Is the medals reset, or is it just their ghosts that stay? I think we have the medals still. Yeah, we do. Even if you die, you still have the medals. Dang wizard! Whoops, I hit the wrong button. We're getting a lot of experience from this, I guess. That's kind of nice. I wonder if there's even anything over here. Or if I'm just, like, making a fool out of myself. Oh, Jesus, there's so many guys! Oh my god! Let me live! That's a full heal right there. Yeah! Okay. I mean, it seems like there's not actually anything over this way that I was missing out on. So, I made a fool of myself. Ding dong! Someone's at the door. Yeah, that sound is freaking everybody out. You can just run into the pots? Huh. Oh, another extra life! What luck? Merciful, huh? Sonic Team feeling a little merciful in this one. That was a pretty close call there. Alright. No! No! Okay, I thought I was gonna fall in the water and die. What? Is that timed? What? Alright, we made it. We made it to another checkpoint. We have 3 lives stocked. So, I guess we're doing alright. Fine enough. It's one of those guys again. on, man. Get out of my face. It's kind of fun to beat up all these little guys like it's a Muso game or something, though. Oh, he's got a... Let me in there. Okay. Just punched him in his kidneys, his heart, and his liver and lungs. You know, when Sonic is in Werehog mode, he's not really worried about using the most unethical means at his disposal to dispatch his enemies. Is there anything over here? There's like a secret. Shit, man! I hate the light in the nighttime stages. It looks like the most depressing part of early dawn. Oh, I kind of like it, personally. Why didn't use the unleash? I don't know. Who cares? Mage wants to play this after watching this? The water texture is also scary. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. The normal mapping on it, like it looks weird. It looks like it is like ice that is moving. It's very odd. Well, let's go try and do the platforming first this time. It's so hard to see. I can't even tell where I am. Yeah, dude, I'm aware of the game mechanics. I've been playing this for like several days now. What? 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 Game over? No! Okay, no. No. Alright, that's enough of this for today. We're gonna switch to Shenmue 3. You can stay here and listen to Bowling for Soup until I cut back from the restroom. So yeah, I'll be right back. Then we're gonna play Shenmue 3. I hate this game. We'll be back. We're gonna play this next weekend though. I will keep on going. Alright, be right. I'm back. I just want to listen to this song. You guys gotta listen to it multiple times, because I want to hear it. I was brushing my teeth. I'm not he, by the way. I don't like when people call me that. It's nice you don't get the opening over and over.
Possibility.
Do you guys know where I can get more music like this? That makes you feel like you are like 9 years old and this is like the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. Road Trip Adventure? Road Trip Adventure didn't have breakbeats though. I've got a playlist for you called Modern Sonic Opening Songs. I was thinking about the Shadow the Hedgehog opening song when I was in the bathroom.
I am all I am. All I am. Ah.
Yeah, I can hook you up. Thank you. It's called Phineas and Ferb. I've never seen that show. This game is called Sonic World Adventure in Japan. I guess that's fitting. Alright. Switching the category to Shenmue 3. Fun fact, this game is total garbage, yeah. I like the Werehog platforming when it works, but, like, it often doesn't. Saw a copy of Castlevania 64 in this intro? What? Alright, let's, I gotta put out the notification that we're switching to Shenmue 3. Man, that game, I really don't like it. Not even a little bit. I think I'm gonna turn down the graphics in Shenmue 3 because that game is really taxing my computer really badly. Like it makes it run super hot, and I don't know why.